I'm Lisa. Welcome to C3 Kids Church Online. I'm coming to you from Community Christian Church in White Marsh, Maryland, where we're all about helping people find their way back to God. C3 Kids Online is the place for kindergartners through third graders to learn all about Jesus and how much He loves us. This whole month, we've been learning about how to upcycle and roll with what we've got. It's the last Sunday of the month, and I've got one last bike-themed game for us to play. This is a game I like to call Name That Bike Sound. In just a minute, you'll hear a sound that you would hear either on a bike or a sound that has something to do with bike riding. Your job is to try and figure out what the sound is. We'll put some pictures up to help you as you go along. Sound good? All right, let's begin. Here's your first sound. All right, what do you think it is? Is it a wheel? Is it a bell? Or is it a bike horn? If you guessed horn, you are absolutely right. Give yourself a point. All right, sound number 2. What do you think? This one's a bit harder. Do you think it's a bike that has a flat tire? A bell? Or handlebar tassels? If you guessed handlebar tassels, you are correct. Way to go. All right, sound number 3. This one's pretty easy. But what do you think? A bike horn? Someone clipping their bike helmet? Or a bell for your handlebars? Yeah, it's a bell. Good job. All right, last one. Here's your sound. What do you think it is? Is it someone clipping their bike helmet? Is it a chain falling off of your bike? Or is it paper on the spokes of a wheel? It's paper on the spokes of the wheel. I have to be honest, I love this sound. I always thought it made my bike sound so cool. And when I was a kid, I would put playing cards on the spokes of my wheels so that I could hear that sound. Well, anyway, good job, everyone. How many did you get right? All 4, maybe? Well, whatever you got, thanks for playing along. And now it's time to sing a worship song together. We sing worship songs to help us think about how awesome God is, and also as a way for us to tell Him how much we love Him. And today's song is called Just Want to Say Thank You. So let's stand up and sing this song together.
Every time I'm feeling down, you pick me up. Sing, oh, oh, oh. And when my heart is feeling emptied out, you fill my cup. Sing it out now. Oh, oh, oh. I just want to say thank you for the way you love me. I want to say thank you for the way you love me. I just want to say thank you for the way you love me. I want to say thank you, just want to say thank you. Yeah! T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Here we go, verse 2. I'm grateful for the way you've been a friend to me. Sing, oh, oh, oh. And even in the deepest, darkest night, you help me see. Sing it out now. Oh, oh, oh. I just want to say thank you for the way you love me. I want to say thank you for the way you love me. I just want to say thank you for the way you love me. I want to say thank you, just want to say thank you. Come on. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just want to say, for loving me from the start, for every beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just want to say thank you for the way you love me. I want to say thank you for the way you love me. I just want to say thank you for the way you For my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat, beat, beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just wanna say, I just wanna say.
So this past week, I was thinking about things and people I'm thankful for. And you know what? I'm thankful for you. Being thankful is a big part of contentment. We've been talking about contentment all month long. Contentment is learning to be okay with what you have. Now, it's not always easy to be content, but it helps when we think about all the good things God has put in our lives. Maybe it's the people you love or a favorite subject at school. Maybe it's something you like to do, like dancing, singing, or playing soccer. Or maybe you're just thankful because of how much God loves you. We have so many reasons to be grateful and content. In today's Bible story, we'll hear about some people who learned a lot about contentment and were able to help out some other people in the process. Let's check it out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 8, verses 1 through 5.
As Sarah entered the cafeteria, bagged lunch in hand, Grace waved her over.
Hey, Sarah, we figured out the service project thing.
Sarah slid into the seat beside Grace, across from Cassie and Rochelle. All three of them sported expensive salon haircuts and manicures. Sarah tried to smooth down her own frizzy hair. She was glad that St. Joseph's School requires uniforms, because at least her clothes looked like what everyone else was wearing.
Oh, right, the project for social studies?
Miss Moss had required that individual groups find a service project to do during the holiday season.
I looked through Miss Moss's list. This one's perfect.
Grace showed her tablet screen to Sarah.
Helping a refugee family? That's a great idea.
Yeah, we can just buy them stuff from this list and send it to their new home.
Where is the...
Sarah looked at the table again, trying to decipher the name on the page.
Where is the KMB family living? Somewhere over on the east side, like Grove or some place with those rundown houses.
Sarah swallowed hard. She lived on the east side when she moved in with her grandma. It was only because of a scholarship that she was able to attend St. Joseph's School.
It says here the family needs 3 sets of sheets. Oh, I know. You've seen those ads for tufted owl sheets? They're supposed to be the best.
Sarah's eyes widened.
Aren't those sheets like $200?
That's cool. My dad will give me the money.
They need dishes. I'll order a full set from Macy's. My mom has a platinum card there.
I'll get them a TV. Perfect way to learn English, right?
Enter a credit card number and boom, service project done.
The girls turned to Sarah, who avoided their eyes by staring at the list of needs on the tablet.
Hey, Sarah, what are you gonna send? They need winter coats. I saw these awesome tailored down jackets on sale for like $125.
I don't know. I'll text you all later.
That evening at dinner, Sarah barely touched her spaghetti. Grandma peered across the table, her eyes bright under her wiry white hair.
Now, what's wrong, Sarah?
Oh, it's this service project I have to do for school. We're supposed to help this refugee family that's moving into a house over on the Grove. The Kayembes.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
Yeah, but everyone else is ordering stuff for them. Expensive sheets and TVs and things. The only money I have right now is for bus fare. What am I gonna give?
You don't have to have a lot to give a lot.
You didn't answer my question.
Grandma smiled and reached for the worn Bible that always sat on the kitchen table.
No, but St. Paul will.
Sarah knew that once Grandma got a scripture passage stuck in her mind, there was no stopping her from reading it.
Okay, fine. I'm listening.
Let's see. It's right here in 2 Corinthians. Paul was writing to a group of churches. We want you to know about the grace that God has given to the churches in Macedonia. They have suffered a great deal, but in their suffering, their joy was more than full. Even though they were very poor, They gave very freely. In fact, they gave even more than they could. Completely on their own, they begged us for the chance to share in serving the Lord's people in that way.
But that's still talking about money. The churches gave money.
Listen with your heart. They gave from what they had, and they did it with joy.
Well, what I have is not money.
But you've got other things.
Okay, I'm good at baking. I know how to use the bus and get around. I have time, I guess.
Grandma beamed and her face crinkled.
All good things.
Reluctantly, Sarah smiled back.
Okay, I'll make a list.
Next morning, Sarah's friends crowded around her locker.
Hey, have you decided what you're gonna buy?
Well, I thought maybe the Kayembe family needs more than just stuff.
Like how?
Maybe they need help. You know, like finding the library, figuring out the bus system. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But I do. And I Googled and found a number for their caseworker. And she said we could help the Kayembes decorate their new home for Christmas.
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
I found this awesome video that shows how to make Christmas ornaments from salt dough that you shape and bake and paint. You all could come to my place and help.
Sure, that'd be great.
I mean, it's a tiny apartment kitchen and all.
You tell us what to do, we'll do it.
Sarah breathed a sigh of relief. Maybe she couldn't send $200 sheets, but she could use her time and creativity, and even her grandma's tiny kitchen, to help welcome a new family to her neighborhood.
God has given us the things we have, like our talents, our interests, and even just our time. We can be content and thankful for those things, but it doesn't have to stop there. We can share what we have with someone else. For example, I might love to play football. It really makes me happy to toss the ball around or watch a game on TV. But how much better would it be if I took the time to toss the ball with a friend? It could be a really simple way for me to make my friend feel special. I know I'd love it if someone did that for me. And after all, we should treat others the way we want to be treated, right? Our bottom line today reminds us that you can always use what you have to help someone else. That's what Paul noticed about the people in the Macedonian churches. They didn't have a lot, but they were content. Because of that, they wanted to share what they had with others. Paul once said that he found the secret of being content. He wrote, "I can do all this by the power of Christ. He gives me strength." When you put your trust in Jesus, He can give you that kind of strength and contentment too. So let's think about what we have to give and be thankful. The more grateful you are for what you have, the more you'll want to share it with someone else. To help you understand more about contentment, we have some resources linked in the description of this video. So check them out and be sure to come back next week for another episode of C3 Kids Online. We'll have a new Life app and a whole new look. See you then. Bye.